Hey there, Capricorn. It's Jen here. I'm doing a little bit different for the mid-October this month. I'm going to do a little bit less of a strict card interpretation and let my intuition flag fly a little bit um, and see if I get some more channeled messages. I'm seeing right off a picture came into focus. It's almost like a picture you would see in a fairy tale, not so much a scary picture, but sort of that type of art. Um, and it's a little girl with a hood with big eyes. Um, she's alone. She's alone in a forest. There are trees. She she's sort of curled up. She wants a hug. I'm getting actually the four of it. It doesn't look like it, but there's the card Four of Cups in here. That I could see reminding me of this type of situation. I think, as silly as it may sound, your inner child, um, you may have sometimes this month, and this isn't an energy I've been getting from other signs, but you may need a hug. You may want to curl up in the fetal position. There's a lot going on. You may be way more susceptible to the energy of what's happening. You may not, I don't think of Capricorn as being quite as open to metaphysical, not that you, just because Saturn, it's so practical and tangible. Obviously, if you're watching this, you are into it on some level, but I feel like you may really be open more to it than ever before because you're really getting in touch with your feelings. You may be going to therapy. You may want to go back to therapy. You may have had a lot of trauma. I just got the chills as a child. And for some reason, something about what's happening right now, I feel this is an amazing opportunity this month for you to really have some aha moments about the connection. As much as you may have always known it, I see you being like, oh my God, that connects. So it's reminding me of Chelsea Handler, whether you like her or not. I like her. She wrote a book, Life Will Be the Death of Me, and she did a podcast. And it's her journey about going to therapy. And um, it, she had someone on her show, a psychiatrist, and she was just so taken. She had done therapy before, but never really took it seriously. She was so impressed because she's so, I think, intellectually, you need someone that can not try to um, analyze you, but teach you, almost learn about psychology, um, because that being able to understand it intellectually was the key for her, it seemed. I don't want to speak obviously for her because I don't know her, but she showed up. She decided to start going to the psychiatrist that she had on her show, and she showed up and said, "Yeah." She's, "Well, my brother died when I was little. I know that, but that doesn't have anything to do with it." And of course, it had everything to do with it. It had everything to do with it. And I'm almost getting a little weepy. I feel like this mourning for your inner child. For some reason, your childhood is being highlighted. But I feel that the tears are cathartic, and there is some sort of acceptance and peace. There's some sadness, of course. So I feel like a lot of sadness, yet it's tempered. It's really tempered with some sort of release. I don't know if this is making any sense. Chelsea also did a podcast, a limited podcast of the same name that you may be interested in. She has lots of different experts come on and some friends, but and talks about her discovery back to her childhood in therapy, and her and how it's made her a nicer person, honestly. And I'm not saying you're not a nice person in any way. That was just Chelsea's, but how it transformed her. That's what I should have said. Okay, so I just want to, that was just some initial things coming through. I just wanted to remind you that in October, we still have, on the 14th, Mercury goes retrograde. We're in shadow period all of October. That's when, fun technology things happen. I think sometimes I find Mercury retrograde um, releasing. I'm not sure, that's not really what I meant to say. It enables me to say if something goes wrong, instead of just it, frustrating the fuck out of me, I can say, I kind of can throw my hands up and be like, oh, Mercury retrograde, what can you do? Out of my control. Like, it allows you to release, to separate, to stand back, to disassociate a little bit. From responsibility of something that you honestly may not have control over. Technology things crash, things go down, the connection goes out, we lose power, whatever, and not letting that ruin your day. We have a new moon in Libra. We're in Libra for most of the month, but we move into Scorpio around, I don't know, the 21st or something. But we have a new moon in Libra on the 16th. Venus moves into Libra on the 28th. So this could be a strengthening or depth of the connection if you're in a relationship, or a new one. And a blue moon, so a second full moon on Halloween, which should be really cool in Taurus. I feel like you may want to really celebrate this. You may want to really do up Halloween this year. Make pumpkin soup. I feel a very homey, decorating, dressing up, leaning into it will bring a lot of joy. I also see, again, the metaphysical, using this moon rituals. I think even if you don't, I don't know what I believe. If I believe I choose to live in a world where I think psychic things and mediums and intuition and tarot cards and astrology. I'm not going to bet anyone's life on it, but I choose to be open and have fun with it. And I do think things like the new moon rituals and the full moon rituals and all cord cutting and meditation, all actually is very grounded in a way in providing a tangible way to deal with intangible things within us. So, what do you need to release on a full moon? What do you need to bring? What seeds do you want to plant for new moons? What do you need to release? What things are you hanging on to? And doing things like writing those down and burning them or burying them can be very cathartic. Journaling. You may want to journal. If you have not been a journaler, you may, if you've had trouble sleeping, journaling, waking up and just letting it fly, just letting it all out may help you sleep. If you wake up, this happens to me, and are worrying about work, I grab my phone, I send myself an email, and that way I know it's there in the morning for me. I don't have to sometimes I stay awake trying to remember something so I don't forget. You may want to journal about your dreams. You may have prophetic dreams. You may have dreams that hold a seed to something you've been worrying about or thinking about or wanting to bring into fruition. Fruition, am I saying that right? I still haven't even pulled any cards. I just realized I'm sitting here with my eyes closed, just star. Wow. If you're gonna get have a card come out. That's certainly a beautiful one. That's about healing. Yeah, there's a real healing energy that's going to happen this month. And I feel like it's an internal healing more than a physical healing, but not necessarily. This is dreaming. What are your dreams? What do you want most? Allow yourself to dream, a dream big. Ten of Swords. Okay. Again, when we're talking about prophetic dreams, dreams holding some clues, that's really this High Priestess is about learning to trust our intuition, listen to our intuition, listen to that gut feeling. It's allowing things in our subconscious to rise and be examined. See how it's coloring the story of or the lens of how we see things, how we deal with people, how we feel about ourselves, how we project onto others. And we're all doing this, right? We all, in every interaction, we're painting an entire backdrop that has everything to do with us and nothing to do with the other person, and vice versa. I'm surprised anyone gets along and stays together because of it. Because we're all so committed and sure about the landscape, the canvas that we've painted, but we've painted it and we don't know. We can't truly understand how the other person really sees things necessarily, and how they're painting their own crafting and the story behind everything they're seeing. You may want to try painting something about art and painting, crafts. I see writing being strong for you. Journaling, you may have an idea, this could be a creative time, something from your subconscious. Maybe you have a children's book and someone, if you're not the artist, someone else can draw. Maybe you'll just do it for a certain person, but maybe it's marketable. Boy, that's specific. But it's birthed, the inspiration comes from this tackling of something you're warring within, and it's something that isn't necessarily new, and it's confusing you as to why it's of importance now. Why is it coming up again? Why is this bothering me now? And it is your opportunity to heal. You may meet someone or achieve recognition, go viral on a famous, on a bigger scale. You may meet something very famous, something very famous that you connect with, a connection, but something will be put to bed forever. So something that you've thought you had a handle on, you've dealt with, is going to come up, but it's going to be dealt with. This can also be that some situation that you've been dealing with, it's often the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's not necessarily something huge, but something that happens, and just in that moment you see crystal clearly that you need to let something go. It could be something internal. It could be something, a friend, a family member, someone you have to deal with. I mean, it could be the gym you go to if people are so, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, but, or you just see it's probably a relationship and you're like, okay, I see it now. And this isn't going to change, and it's toxic, and I'm not going to deal with it anymore. Could be, again, inside of you. But this is like a switch, and once it's switched, you can't undo whatever this is. Once it hits you, once it reaches that, you have that aha, that understanding. It just hits you. It's done. This isn't. This particular thing is not salvageable or worth trying to salvage. What's this last card? There is a new emotional beginning in all of this. I need to get card stands. This page has a new emotional beginning, an emotional message, a new beginning. There could be some relationship. Whoa, I'm getting the Hermit card, which has come up for a lot, but didn't come up for you, but I'm seeing this cloaked person again. They have a hood on. Shadow work, shadow side. I even hate saying this because I don't like to say this, and I can't imagine anyone would be watching this that this could happen. Someone could be stalking you. So block and delete people, okay? And if you have like an open account and someone's leaving nasty messages, report them and block them. Don't, I know we say, oh, I can't, if I dealt with it, I just ignore negative comments. But if you see something that something about it, no matter what it says, that gets your intuition, make sure you block that person. That's what's coming through. Someone may confess they have feelings for you. They may do it via electronics, as most of us do. I also see someone. So if you're with someone or you're dating someone, I do see someone. I don't know if they want to renew their vows, or they tell you they love you for the first time, but you're going to have a really reassuring situation, conversation, connection. Maybe you're going to have a rip-roaring fight with with your significant other, or maybe you have a fight with a friend. Of whatever gender you're sex, whatever, someone you're attracted to. And then all of a sudden you guys realize that you had why are you I don't know. I don't usually fight with friends at all. And maybe I just have friends in my life that I like calm relationships, which is why I'm single. But one of you realizes, oh, I almost see like a movie moment that you're getting into a fight with this friend because there are deeper feelings here, and it's really this weird sort of almost like a movie moment, which I hate to say because movies are not real, but you kind of realize that you were able to hurt each other's feelings because there were feelings there to hurt. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. This is long. I'm gonna leave it there, Capricorn. I hope you let me know if you enjoyed this. Just be nice because my feelings get hurt. And yeah, be well. Happy Halloween. Bye.